What's good? This is JVB representing SPD, and that is SportsPerDiem.com. The old adage is, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But the Chicago Bears went to Las Vegas, and guess what? They taking that W back here to Chicago. The Chicago Bears defeat the Las Vegas Raiders 20-9 in a dominant performance from the defense and also the rushing game for the Chicago Bears. I've been hard on the Bears defense at times, but over these last 4 games, since that opening game against the Rams, this Bears defense has played very well. They may not always get the sack, but they're constantly putting pressure on the quarterbacks. And even when the opposing offense is going down the field, the Bears defense always comes up clutch, and the offense has to settle for a field goal, or the Bears, better yet, they'll get a turnover. The Chicago Bears so far in these 5 games is doing so well when it comes to creating takeaways. That's what this defense needs, because at the end of the day, I love Justin Fields, and I think Justin Fields is going to be a really nice quarterback in this league, but he's a rookie. Even if it was Andy Dalton and Nick Foles behind the center, they need a really good defense to a great defense to back them up, to help them out. And that's what this Bears defense has been doing for Justin Fields so far since he became the starting quarterback. And speaking of the rookie Justin Fields, again, just like last week, it wasn't a sexy performance. But when Justin Fields needed to make a throw, when he needed to make a play, more times than not, Justin Fields, he made the play. He was getting his ass kicked throughout the whole game. There was even a point in the game where he hyperextended his leg. It looked real bad, but he went to the sideline. Andy Dalton came in the game. They was in Vegas, but you can hear the Bears fans saying, "Oh shit." But Andy Dalton wasn't out there for that long, because Justin Fields, he was ready to get back on the field. But Justin Fields completed the game, and at the end of the game, when the Bears needed to continue to chew the clock, Justin Fields completed those passes. Beautiful passes on 3rd down to keep the drive going and to set up Cairo Santos to kick the field goal to put the Bears up by 8. And that's exactly why Justin Fields is the starting quarterback, and he should be the starting quarterback. And not just because he's a great talent, he has a strong arm, he can run with the ball, he's a poised individual at a young age, but also because he needs these reps. He needs to learn how it feels to be in these situations. And yes, like I said, it may not be pretty. This may not be what we envisioned Justin Fields when he was drafted or in preseason, but Justin Fields is going out there, and when he needs to make a play, more than likely, he's making the play. Literally, 8 of the 11 completions for Justin Fields in this game, they went for first downs. So he may not have lit up the stat sheet or won somebody a fantasy football game or won some fancy football money or anything like that. But when Justin Fields had to make the play, he made the play. I mentioned it earlier, but the Bears defense, they did the heavy lifting. Khalil Mack is reminding some of y'all that he's a fucking elite defensive player in this league. Some of y'all saying that he ain't that good no more. He's not a difference maker anymore. We should have traded him for some draft picks. Hell no. These last 4 games has shown that number 52, Mr. Khalil Mack, he's still that damn good. The thing that's probably helping out more than anything this season is that the guy on the other side, Robert Quinn, is actually producing. But even still, one-on-one, double team, triple team, it don't matter. Khalil Mack is still going to go out there and he's going to dominate. But led by Khalil Mack and Roquan Smith, the Bears defense, they dominated yet again for another week. The only person I would exclude out of that is Mario Edwards for making some dumbass decisions in that game. 2 personal foul penalties in the game. The second one was dumb as hell. I don't remember if he came back in the game. I don't think he did come back in the game, but that was the right move to make. But there was no way in hell, if I'm the coach, he's still going to be in the game. Not after that. I say it all the time. When you do shit like that, it affects everybody else. That was a big stop. Roquan Smith was in there on the tackle on Josh Jacobs. And this man is going to hip toss him after the play is dead? Like, what the fuck are you thinking, bro? I know football is an adrenaline sport. I know football is all about being a macho man. But at the end of the day, you're a veteran. Be the example of what to do, not what not to do. Because that was stupid as fuck. Going back to the offense, I said this last week about David Montgomery going down last week. You never want to lose the best guy at any position. David Montgomery is the best running back on this Bears team right now. But as I said last week, Damian Williams came in last week and he did it again in this game with a spin a touchdown too to go with it. But he showed that he's more than capable of being a starter in this league. And also shout out to another guy I was praising in the preseason, Khalil Herbert, because he was shining too. Khalil Herbert and Damian Williams went out there and they were running hard. They were still out there moving their feet. You know, the play with Khalil Herbert where Jimmy Graham was carrying them, pushing them too. He was still moving his feet, getting additional yards. They was running hard. They were running with finesse when they needed to. I told you about the spin move Damian Williams gave to little number 21. Justin Fields threw his first NFL touchdown on little number 21, the 87 Horsestead. But the Chicago Bears went out there on offense and they had a plan. They didn't want Justin Fields to do too much and they wanted to attack this bad Raiders defense with the running game. And that's what they did. Mistake-free and clutch play from your young rookie quarterback. The running game went out there and they did their thing. The defense went out there and they took care of business. And even the special teams, the kicker, Cairo Santos, still icing his veins. He made 2 clutch field goals at the end of the game. All that shit wrapped up and the Bears get a W in Vegas and they take that shit back to Chicago next week against the Green Bay Packers. It's going to be a big game as always. It's Bears versus Packers. You got the young rookie quarterback Justin Fields going against Aaron Rodgers for the very first time. The defense is playing very well, especially the pass rush. That's going to be important in this game against the Packers with Aaron Rodgers. You need to move that shit. You need to move his clock so he doesn't have all day to throw the ball and look for Devontae Adams and get him on Nathan Bildor, and then he's scoring 25 touchdowns. So the defense needs to come with it. Justin Fields is going to have to play mistake-free, and I'm sure over time, week after week after week, Bill Lazor is going to continue to open up the playbook for one Justin Fields as he continues to mature. But this game coming up, it's early, but it's a big game for the Chicago Bears to see where they really stack up. They 3-2 right now. They second in the NFC North to the Green Bay Packers, who are 4-1. So let's see how the Chicago Bears really stack up. Let's see if the Chicago Bears can go out there and beat another good team. Because besides the Detroit Lions, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders, they pretty decent. They may not be Super Bowl contenders, but they're not bad teams at all. And the Bears beat both teams really impressively. So let's see what the Chicago Bears do against their biggest rival, the Green Bay Packers, and see just maybe if the Bears can take a leap into first place after Sunday. But y'all let me know y'all week 5 thoughts. The Bears defeating the Las Vegas Raiders 20-9. The good, the bad, and the indifferent. Y'all let me know down below. But I'm out. Like the video and share the video. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take it easy. God bless. Peace.